In this video, I'll show you how to speedrun dead rails for bonds using the new milkman class. I started this run with 500 bonds and ended up with 609. That means I made a total of 109 bonds, including the 10 extra you get for completing the game. To begin, you need to buy the milkman class from the tailor in the lobby. This class allows you to spawn with a bottle of milk. The more you're covered in milk, the more powerful you become, and you'll see exactly what that means in just a few moments. Once you spawn into the game, your first stop should be the trading post. Sell the gold bar that you start with. After that, head to the general store and buy 3 pieces of coal, unless you find the helmet. If you choose to buy the helmet instead, keep in mind that you'll need to compensate for the missing coal later by burning dead zombies when you're leaving the first town. Also, keep an eye on the weather. If it starts raining, do not use any of the milk from your bottle. Rain will simply wash it away and waste it. Once you're ready, make your way to the first town. Don't stop at any other buildings along the way. When you arrive, take out your milk bottle and pour about 25 to 30% of it directly onto the train. You can do this by pressing F on your keyboard. Then step onto the milk puddle and make sure you're standing at the center. Wait a few seconds until your character is fully covered in milk. Once that's done, quickly rush to the church to grab the holy water and the crucifix. With those 2 items in hand, start gathering all the zombies in town. Try to group them together. When you've rounded up most of them, use the holy water to kill them all at once. If a few zombies survive, gather them again, and this time, use the crucifix. Just drop it while they're chasing you, and it should take care of them. Now, while you're looting the town, nightfall might catch up with you, especially if there are 2 banks. In my case, I was lucky and found an extra bottle of milk inside one of the buildings. But if you don't have anything to defend yourself with, either camp inside the bank or head back to the train and stay put until morning. This is a critical moment, so make sure you're prepared for it. Once you're done looting both banks, make your way to the first fort. When you arrive, go straight to the gunsmith and buy a rifle along with 4 rounds of ammo, then head to the general store and stock up on as much coal as possible. If you looted 2 banks earlier, you should have enough money left to buy some armor as well. Lastly, go to the doctor and purchase snake oil with the remaining bonds. A few meters after I left the fort, I came across Fort Constitution. Watch how I used milk to raid and escape the fort quickly. Shortly after looting Fort Constitution, I reached a large town. Here, use the same milk strategy you used earlier, rush to the church, grab the holy water, and deal with the zombies. If you already picked up the electrocutioner gun earlier, you can use it instead of holy water. Just remember to round up the zombies first to avoid wasting its limited ammo. Once you're finished with that town, you'll need to make a decision based on how many resources you have left. In my case, I chose to skip the 20-kilometer fort. I wanted to save daylight time, so I rushed to the next town instead. When you reach the next town, you should already have a rifle, so save your milk for later. Only use it in large towns where the banks are far from the train. In this particular town, the bank was right next to the train, so I looted it quickly and moved on to the next fort. Soon after, the Tesla building spawned. It was still nighttime, and to make things harder, it was vampire night. So I waited until daylight, then I used around 25% more milk. The milk boosts your speed, so I used it to quickly grab and assemble all of Nicola's body parts. After defeating the zombies at Tesla, I picked up some dead zombies on the way back. If your sack is full, empty it on the train and return for the fuel. It's important to keep your train's fuel tank topped up at all times. Next, head to the next fort. Stock up on ammo, coal, snake oil, and armor if you can afford it, then move on to the next town and follow the same strategies I've already shared. While I was heading toward the 40,000 meter mark fort, I came across the castle. For this part, I had to use milk to increase my speed. Watch how I raided the castle in this clip. While your milk level is above 50%, rush to collect the easy bonds that are lying around in the corners. Ignore the werewolves until there are at least 3 of them chasing you. Then try to group them together and use the electrocutioner gun to conserve its ammo. Repeat this process until your milk percentage drops to around 30%. At that point, your speed will be noticeably lower, so you'll need to be more careful and take fewer risks. Once the milk boost is gone, start using snake oil when your health gets low. After all the creatures are dealt with, loot everything you can and sell it at the next fort. When you reach the fort, stock up again on ammo, coal, snake oil, and armor if you still need it. Then move on to the next town and raid it using the same strategies as before. Once the town is clear, head to the next fort and repeat the same process. Stock up, prepare, and move on. From this point onward, focus more on collecting bonds because the end of the game is getting close, and by now you should have purchased most of the gear you need. While I was on my way, I arrived at Sterling. This town has a special bank that works differently. To open it, you need to find and assemble 5 pieces of a bank code. 2 of these are located somewhere within the town itself, and the remaining 3 are hidden inside the mine. Once you have all 5 pieces, arrange them like a puzzle to unlock the bank. After you loot the bank, get back on the train and continue to the next fort. I ended up skipping the 60-kilometer fort to save more daylight time. Fortunately, I found a small town right after that fort. Once you're done looting that town, head straight to the next fort. Sell off everything you've collected, including the strange mask, and stock up on anything you're running low on, whether it's ammo, coal, snake oil, or armor. After that, push forward to the next town and raid it just like you did with the previous ones, using the same strategies. When you're done there, it's time for the final stretch. Head toward the bridge. If you arrive early enough, lower the bridge right away. But if it's already night, focus on clearing as many as you can, then retreat to the train and wait for daylight. As soon as it's daytime, move fast. Start by looting the houses on the left side of the bridge. Once you're done, lower the bridge, cross over, and loot the remaining buildings on the right. After that, be ready to fight off the wave of incoming bandits and Nicola himself. And that brings us to the end of the run. I ended this speed run with 99 bonds, not including the 10 bonus bonds you get for finishing the game. If this video helped you out, make sure to hit that like button. I'll see you in the next one.